Okay, this is burial 3046. It's the second from the south in the church chancel of the 1608 church. This person was in a wooden coffin. We didn't have too many historic artifacts at all in the film, mostly a small amount of lithics and Indian pottery. But we had one very significant artifact that was down on this pedestal here. It was a copper alloy or poor quality silver box.
Okay.
I can see it.
The wood stand, so.
Does it feel hollow?
Yeah, and it feels like there's something in it.
Once the silver box was conserved, we knew that the top probably could never be opened without damaging the box. And so we had to figure out another way to get into the box, and that's through science. We've been partnered with the FBI, particularly the Question Documents Lab at Quantico, and so we contacted them and asked them where could we do this kind of science, and they led us to microphotonics. So we traveled to Allentown, Pennsylvania, and with the assumption that it may not work, 6 hours of driving, we got there and instantly saw results.
What we're doing today is CTing an artifact found in a grave at Jamestown. This is a silver box, and to this point we don't know the contents of what's in it, and that's what we're going to determine with the CT system. We're working with our SkyScan 1173. It's a high-resolution micro-CT, and that's going to allow us to get a nice visualization of the internal contents without actually having to open up the box first.
And what we're going to do is we're going to do a micro-CT scan of this, which involves taking 2D X-ray images as the sample rotates at angular intervals. And once those images are captured, we're going to do a mathematical process called reconstruction in an effort to get sliced-through images, which is the principle of creating a 3D X-ray image.
What was interesting after we scanned this silver box is we of course saw the two dense objects, which we now suspect could be lead, but we also determined that there's bone in this box.
What I'm going to show you today is how we go about segmenting the different bones within the metal box. In this software, we can take the different images, all the image stacks, throw them into the visualization, and then we can segment out the bones or the high density material, such as the lead. So as you can see here, in bright blue, we have the bone that we segmented out. To do so, we did a lot of image processing. There's various tools. In general, we use a mask that we highlight different regions that are most important.
Now that we have the micro-CT data and we were able to visualize it on the computer, the next step is to take that data, individually select each object, and then print it out similar to what we have done here with a mouse bone. So we will take this data to a 3D printer and allow them to print out and enlarge the objects that are inside so that we can visually and literally hold the samples in our hands and discover really what is inside that box.